sound bites. Oh my god,
Yeah.
killing me.
But who is doing the T-shirt?
The T-shirt. What are you talking about?
I'm better at life than you. Somebody should come up with a T-shirt for that.
I guess that'll be you.
I mean,
That was classic. That was classic.
I can't.
That was
I
classic
can't.
stuff right there. I was
can't
like, I
believe
remember
people falling
that.
for
I
this.
remember that.
I
I'm
can't.
better than life. I'm better than life to you, Skip.
I can't believe people falling for this whole Richard Sherman act.
It's
I don't know,
it must
I
have
ain't
been
gonna-
about nothing.
I'm with you, Pete. I'm with you. I see where you're coming from. I'm sort of with you in the sense that I don't know about an act per se, but I mean, I'm just like, when I see people making the comparison between Richard Sherman and Muhammad Ali, I'm like, what?
I look at it like this, bro. It's not like Richard Sherman is saying nothing that we haven't heard before. It's almost like maybe we forgot or something. I'm just kind of like, Muhammad Ali talk trash, Ricky Anderson talk trash, Michael Jordan talk trash.
But that's too far though. That's too far. Let's stay within your own sport. I mean, the last time we seen somebody.
Let's stay within your own day.
I mean, but I'm saying let's stay within your own sport in the sense of the last time we seen somebody put on a show like this in a certain kind of way at the same position was Deon. Man, Deon put on a show. And Deon backed it up, and arguably all of us on the panel think he's the best cover corner to ever play, hands down. So that's what he's doing. Sherman is riding the wave right now. Think about it.
Nobody compared Deion Sanders to Muhammad Ali.
That's what I'm saying. That's what exactly. You're
well,
right.
They got that because Muhammad Ali's son-in-law very conveniently happens to be one of the people on NFL Access, on Total Access on the NFL Network.
It's so funny that these Beats commercials come out so convenently after Richard Sherman.
It's not convenient, Jay.
It's not
Come on, Jay.
But
Jay,
no,
are you kidding
his
me?
commercial started running during the game.
No,
but that's the point I'm making.
His commercial started running during the game. But here's what the deal is, and what nobody is gonna say. It's a big deal because the chick that was holding the microphone was Erin Andrews.
Right. If it was Jamel Hill,
if the chick holding the microphone had been Pam Oliver, Jamel
Pam
Hill.
Oliver's hair holding the microphone.
It was gonna be all good.
Looking like
nobody was gonna have anything to say. It was Erin Andrews, so everybody's all up in arms. Oh, it was disrespectful. Why? He wasn't yelling at Erin Andrews. He was talking.
Look,
did you know that for the first 3 seconds?
But the thing is, nobody's saying. Here's my thing. Nobody's saying that what he did wasn't N-wordish. But we know that he's not an
saying that.
But my point is, everybody's falling for the fact that it's like, oh, because he did that, now he's a thug, now he's this. I'm like, it's
well, they're falling
act.
for that discussion.
They're falling,
yeah.
You know, what he did was what he did, but he's not dumb. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. Like you said,
exactly what he's doing.
And what's part of the commercial? What did the guy say? You're a thug.
Yeah.
Tell everybody. Go ahead, tell everybody. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. He puts on the headphones and walks away. Come on, dude. It's an act. Give me a break.
I love that song.
Give me a break. Yeah. Have you listened to the word? Have you listened to the words of that song?
Absolutely. I love it.
Thank you. I was about to say, y'all need to listen to the actual words of that song.
Yes.
Actually, I haven't listened to the words of the song.
It's not what you think.
It's not what you think. It is.
It's not what you think.
The words of that song are so good. I listen to that joint every day.
But it's not what you think in the essence of what the commercial is saying.
No.
It's a whole different demand.
The actual part of the song, the actual words of the song probably more fit the Kevin Garnett commercial than it does the Richard Sherman and Colin Kaepernick.
It does not fit Colin Kaepernick at all.
No, that's my frat brother, but they were stressing that one.
Why you got to be bringing up stuff? It ain't important. It's not important.
He throws that out every episode.
You don't see Lonice throwing her letters up. It ain't important.
Ain't no NFL players in AKA.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
You're right.
Deon, I'm gonna need you to get that straight, dog. Where the world?
Because you are all cattywampus right now.
Here we go.
I mean, it's
well.
No, fix your camera, baby. Fix your camera.
Yeah, turn your camera. Turn your phone.
Turn your camera.
I'm gonna turn it. I'm gonna turn it off.
The camera was ready for him.
All right, here we go.
All right.
No, much better, much better.
Man, we need some light. I mean, I know it's the warehouse.
You got the light, all right.
You know, it's the warehouse.
Did the bosses give you light in the warehouse?
Well. Mm-hmm.
We're being judged.
Yeah. See, the gang's all here.
Minus $T.
Who is that? Lonice? Is that Jason I see over there?
You know, Cleveland Browns fan.
And Prev, is that Prev?
Number 1.
Yeah.
And of course.
The infamous.
My own family. I'm so disgusted and ashamed of you. How did I not get an invite? I'm sitting there waiting. I got plenty of stuff to say.
You need to talk to Google. Because I be sending y'all invites like crazy. I got to do it like 5 times, man. And you on my list twice, Deon, so I just sent it to you 4 times.
I figured that you guys, everybody's on the hangout and I'm not hanging out with anybody. But the gang's all here.
Anyway, man.
Hey, the whole North Shore of Ohio was did a party of $1 million or whatever it is.
Is it still $1 million?
Yeah, it's dying fast. Numbers are dwindling quickly.
Hey,
We're the laughing stock of the league.
They're still there. They're just not Cleveland Brown fans because nobody wants to coach you guys.
Coach,
No one.
have you withdrawn your name from consideration yet?
That's funny.
Yeah, I did. I withdrew my name last year.
Wow.
I saw it coming. I'm just. Are you kidding me? I got my own issues in my own backyard here with Miami. By the way, Pete, let me just say this. I want to, on a serious note, I want to big you up here for a second. I mean, you had work yesterday. You went and handled your business, man. You went and handled your business,
I'm good, man.
And it's not like, you're making millions and billions of dollars, but you went and handled your business. Unlike Ross, who's making billions and millions of dollars, we don't know where he is. Okay, we don't know where he is. Senior Bowl's going on in Mobile, Alabama, wherever. I don't know. But the Senior Bowl's going on. He's nowhere near there. We don't have a coach, and we don't even have a coach there.
Deon, they chilling together. The Browns brass, the Dolphins brass, they all chilling together.
They all chilling. They all
not at the Senior Bowl.
Not at the Senior Bowl.
We sending, but you know what? You should be happy. The Browns sent the assistant GM that may be up for your Dolphins GM job down to the Senior Bowl.
That's great,
So if y'all hire him, we have nobody there doing anything.
Right.
That makes perfect sense, right?
Listen, hey, look, one man's trash is another man's treasure, right? And,
right.
Unfortunately, it'll just be trash for trash in this case. Because why would you want to go to Cleveland and get anything out of Cleveland, man?
It's called recycling.
Oh my God!
Sometimes you just got to throw it away, Prev. You just got to get rid of it, man.
Your team has gone green.
Yeah, it's gone green out here.
Remember when President Obama promised thousands of green jobs for every American?
Yeah,
this is green job number 1. 999 plus to go.
Right. Hey, I'm telling you.
Horrible,
oh my God.
Man, nobody want to coach this team. Cats are sitting here like, nah, I'm gonna be a OC or a DC instead of running that mess over there.
Yeah.
You know what? That's what I was thinking. They got all this talk about this cold weather Super Bowl coming up. And I was at work and talking with some folks about, everybody's like, well, you should stay in a warm city. And I'm like, I think they ought to do the rotation, California, you got San Diego, Los Angeles or Pasadena or whatever. If they could do it in the old Orange Bowl parking lot, maybe. Even go to New Orleans, but you got to keep one cold city in the rotation. I actually suggested Cleveland as the cold city because
why would you do that?
Because
Why?
the people, it's the closest the people that live there are going to get to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
I mean, first and
That's
foremost.
terrible.
Second, really, it's the closest that the people are going to get to an NFL. They're going to see 2 NFL teams in their city in 1 week.
That's terrible.
So,
Come on,
I mean,
Come on.
Well, you
wait.
just killing Jason over there.
okay, all right.
I mean,
Hey, Jason,
I'm
you
cool
know how
with
you,
it. You know what?
Jason,
We know. We know to it
Jason.
now. We don't even. It don't even hurt no more.
Jason, this
You know when you,
there's
when
only
you got scar tissue. You know when you cut yourself, it get to the point where it heal up, and if you bump it again, it don't hurt no more. It's just scar tissue now, man. Scar tissue.
Well, I'm just saying they can't let Ohio State into the Super Bowl, so they might,
It's all we
dude,
got.
the way Ohio State play right now in the last few games, you don't want them there.
Yeah, they're closer to the NFL than the Browns are.
Oh, Cavs
Well,
too. Cavs terrible too. It's hard being a Cleveland fan right now.
Well, it's funny because they didn't want it. They didn't want us to have it because it might rain. Yet we go to East Rutherford and people can't even get to the stadium because it's
What are you talking
Ice
about?
on the
What
road.
you talking about? Getting to the stadium? They're not going to be able to be in. You're talking
They're
about
not gonna
what?
be able to get out. They can't get
$500
into New York
No.
to get to the shuttles to go out
They
of
said
New
the
York.
average price of hotels within a 20-mile radius is going to be $400 a night. Really?
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
That's
This is a
all.
logistics,
That's-
Ain't,
Charlie.
no, ain't
New
nobody
York-
going to this.
New
Super
York
Bowl.
on a regular night is $200, and then they're going to up the price to $400.
But
And
that's
you-
Wow.
whenever the
That's
Super
the
Bowl
closest.
comes to town, Pete.
But
That's
my
whenever
point.
the Super Bowl comes to
But
town.
here's the thing: if I'm gonna spend $400,
That one, Jacksonville.
if I'm gonna spend $400,
Oh no, the
I wanna
Jacksonville
be.
people got fleeced.
If I'm gonna spend
No,
$400,
that's because they sleep in a cruise ship.
if I'm
there weren't
gonna
enough
spend
hotels.
$400, at least I want to be able to walk to the stadium. I don't want to have to still drive 45 miles
Right.
in traffic.
Yeah, that's
In
That's
the
pretty
my
rain,
point.
sleep.
If I'm gonna spend
Cold
$400 in
nights.
Detroit, it's cold, but at least the stadium is down the street.
And inside.
Yeah,
a great
and it's
point.
inside. I gotta ride 45 minutes in traffic, then park, then pay for parking, and
Yeah.
it's cold, and I gotta sit out in the cold. See you-
Take the shuttle. Take the shuttle.
Okay, and the shuttle is still outside, and he gonna
Take
drop
a
you off.
rain
And the
check.
shuttle gonna
Right
drop
there,
you off
so
where?
that's the spot.
Outside.
Take a
But at
rain
the
check.
stadium still.
Take a rain check.
At
Nothing like a
halftime.
rain check.
I want to see pictures of tailgate. I want to see this. I want to see this come to fruition. This is gonna be a mess if it starts snowing. And then
That's
you got
crazy.
Bruno, and then poor Bruno Mars.
But you know this the whole.
He's Hawaiian too.
He's from
like
Hawaii.
He like, dang, what is this?
You know the whole.
But he
But
took the
the whole.
gig though. He took the gig, so he could.
You
Yeah.
knew he was signed up to perform in New York,
Yeah.
He did.
New Jersey.
And it wasn't New York in August. It wasn't.
Yeah. No, it
He
wasn't.
knew what he was getting into when he said yes.
It's just like
Yeah.
them dudes that got on the plane to go to North Korea with Rodman. Y'all knew who you were getting on the plane with.
Oh Lord. Not
I don't know anything about
Sometimes.
Hey,
that.
Kenny Anderson tried to say that he was like, oh no, I'm not getting on camera with this. So
He slayed out of it
I'm
like
backing out.
That's what he said.
He went on Piers Morgan talking about
Jay, he did one of these right here.
right. He was just like he went on Piers.
Let me tell you something.
I got this. I got this.
I don't need that. I got this.
Right.
What's
Kenny
that all
Anderson.
about?
Oh, you ain't see Deon? You ain't see
Deon.
I'm not Deon. Dennis Rodman flip out on the CNN report.
No.
Google it. Google
Yeah.
it.
Really? Wow.
Kenny Anderson went on Piers Morgan talking about he didn't know, and when he realized what was going on, he was like, I'm not doing this. So
Hold up,
Piers-
time out. You
Time
in North Korea and you realize
You
that?
didn't know you were going to North Korea.
Right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So
No, he didn't know the
Anderson-
interview was going on.
He tried to act like he didn't know the politics and the stuff that was
North
going on there.
Korea.
North
Ken-
Korea.
I know.
State
I know,
Department says
Nukes.
don't go.
I know.
Yeah.
Kenny
Nukes.
Anderson had his
First
agent
of all,
had his agent on the
Dennis
show too.
Rodman called him, and he answered the phone. Don't tell me he don't know. No, this is Rodman.
Right.
Because prior to Dennis Rodman calling you, there was the whole thing about Dennis Rodman being there beforehand by himself.
Mm-hmm.
It was all over the media. So
All over the place.
all of a sudden, you're surprised. I didn't know what was going on in North Korea. You're the only one, sir. What cave you been living in for 20 years?
I don't think it was a coincidence that his agent was on Piers Morgan with him. who is also a lawyer. So I was like, look at this idiot here.
You know,
So his agent went up there to say, look, let me try to talk most of the way.
I got this.
Let me get this. Let me get this. I got this.
Sounds like a clear cut case of accountability, responsibility, and it's going to equal the truth. That's all.
Somebody's truth.
Somebody needs to be spoon-fed the truth.
Why would you go anywhere with Dennis Rodman, man? Like, honestly, like,
I'm not going to the corner store with Dennis Rodman.
Why not?
I didn't go to BW3s with Dennis Rodman. These dudes got on a plane and went to North Korea with Dennis Rodman.
That's what I'm saying. How you gonna come up with any? Why are you doing an interview about that? There's nothing you can say that would justify anything.
Even Kenny was going on Piers Morgan.
Dennis Rodman and North Korea.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
North Korea would send the Browns back and say, we don't want this. We don't want this.
Come on, Jason. Oh, God.
If we said the Browns over there, they would think we'd be declaring war.
They'd be like, what is this?
They'd be like, what is this? Is this? Oh, load them up.
We thought we were getting a football team.
I say, be like, load them up.
This is
America's.
disrespectful.
They be like, load them up. Load those 20 things up. We about to send a couple over.
I'm telling you, they don't even want to kick the football.
Right. Send that mess over here. Speaking of football,
Roger Goodell probably is trying to schedule a game in North Korea himself. He's trying to take the extra point out of football.
Did you hear about that?
Man?
That mess is a mess.
He trying to put a
that mess.
He trying to take over the game too much. It's just an extra point.
Too far. It's
What the
just
heck?
too much.
It's just the principle of it. What's the
Why keep
point?
messing with stuff, man? Just leave it alone. We want to add a team. We want to add a team. We want to do this.
Well, he wants to expand the playoffs by 2 teams.
He's not David Stern. This is not. He's not Bud
He's
Selig.
certainly trying to be.
I know.
He's trying to be. But here's the thing. First of all, we don't need 2 more teams in the playoffs. It's fine the way it is. Because Jerry Jones is still trying to figure out how to get the Cowboys back into the playoffs. Stop it.
And they still wouldn't make it.
They still will fall. They still wouldn't make it.
They're still not getting in.
I love that.
Because the extra
Romo and the Cowboys.
Because the team that would have been in the playoffs, if it would have been that, would have been Arizona.
I love that.
Arizona would have been the next team, so they still would have made it.
So stop that. And then this whole point thing. First of all, it's 7 points if you get a touchdown. You can go for an extra point by passing or running to get 8 points. But if you don't get that point, then it takes you back down to 6 points. WTF. WTF.
I'm just going to look. You know what? I'm going to ask y'all this. I'm going to ask y'all this.
You right, Denise. That's it.
No, seriously. Oh, God.
I'm like this. I'm the only one. I'm the only one here with kids over the age of 3, right? Has anybody out there seen Fantastic Mr. Fox?
No,
yes. I've seen parts of it.
Do you remember the game they made up? Was it called Whack Ball?
No, I don't know.
Because that's what the NFL rules are going to. Whack Ball.
You know what, Prev? Honestly, man, you can't. I was talking to one of the kids today at the school, and he said, "You know what, Coach Dyer, about this whole Sherman thing is crazy because you know what they're doing, right?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Now you can't really tackle, right? You can't make good tackles. You can't hit the quarterback. You can't celebrate the touchdowns. You can't have an opinion after the game or express how you feel. Why are we playing the game? What is it?" He's right.
Out of the mouths of babes. Out of the
mouths of babes.
I stood there and I looked at that young man. I said, "Boy, you are right. You're right. You can't celebrate. Don't celebrate a touchdown.
Right.
Okay. You can't hit a defenseless receiver. Okay. So when am I supposed to hit him? After he successfully catches the ball and starts running 5 yards? Then can I hit him? No.
You can't hit him after he crosses the end zone.
Right.
You can't hit him then.
Make sure you wear these socks. Make sure you wear these socks. You have
got
to wear
these socks. Yes.
Right.
And these shoes, Johnny Unitas.
Right, and these shoes.
Peyton Manning don't wear
them shoes. You didn't put the request in.
Remember, they actually fined Peyton Manning.
Right, because you didn't put the request in soon enough.
Right.
Well, sir,
Coach
I'm sorry. I didn't call Johnny Unitas and go, excuse me, are you planning to die this week or next week? What?
Thank you.
How do you put that in?
Thank you. That is awesome.
Trying to pay the man some respect, some homage, and you fine him for the black. Really?
Really? You know what's the funny part about that? You know who did beat that? It was Brandon Marshall. Wearing the lime green shoes for mental illness awareness.
No, he got fined.
He got fined.
No, he got fined.
Well, they said they were going to. But here's the thing: they said they were going to suspend. He said, "I'll pay the fine, and I want to send it to my charity." And
I remember this, Prev.
Okay, but the point is,
it will suspend you.
Well,
they don't let them pick the charities. Yeah. They don't even let you pick the charities.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They were trying not to let them pick the charity.
Who would just say they did? As far as we know, he did. Who would just say they did?
Yeah.
Right.
That's my point.
I mean, it's
NFL can say a lot of stuff.
It's unreal, man. You know, Richard Sherman can't express himself in the heat of battle after the game because that's offensive. To who?
Well,
it's a football game.
It wasn't offensive to him. I'm gonna tell you what offensive to.
I just said the act was N-wordish, and then I moved on from it. It wasn't like I was calling him out of his name. I was like, it's Richard Sherman.
I think me and Pete kind of said the same thing. My one social comment in the whole thing before it went completely haywire was, this dude done went Rodman.
That's it, and then we moved on. It wasn't like people are taking it to the next level.
Even with that, unlike Rodman, at least like they caught that dude coming off the field the minute he had just gotten his hat on his head, saying he was going to the Super Bowl.
Thank you.
He just made the game-winning play to send his team to the Super Bowl. But here's the real point, though. Here's the real point. He didn't go looking for the cameras. The cameras came looking for him. So you wanted that.
Nice.
You wanted that because you know exactly who Richard Sherman is on the field.
And
you got exactly what you wanted.
But I'm gonna say this though, in regards to that, that's a great point you just made because they went after Richard Sherman knowing they was gonna get a sound bite. But let's be real. Let's be real about this now. It wasn't about the fact that he caught him in the heat of battle. He specifically talked about Crabtree. It wasn't like he was talking about. That's my point. So what I'm getting back to is, even though it was a heat of battle, he knew exactly what he was going to say when the camera came on. But he already had that program. Either if you
won't like that first time he ever did an interview. No, it's not about what's wrong
with it. It's the point I'm making is that's the point. There's nothing wrong with it, but he knows what he's doing, and everybody's taking it too far. The man is putting on a show for everybody, but all of a sudden that's wrong. That's what I'm saying. He knows exactly what he's doing, man.
Right.
Well, yeah,
we ain't talking about Richard Sherman the whole game until that one play, and then next thing you know, Richard Sherman is the only talk. They're not talking about Russell Wilson making a great pass on fourth down. They're not talking about Marshawn Lynch running over every damn body again.
None of
They're not talking about Pete Carroll actually coaching a good game. They're not
talking about Jim Harbaugh's pants.
They ain't talking about Jim Harbaugh putting on glasses during the game.
They're not talking about the ball.
He did put on glasses during the game. No, but he's done that before. If you remember, he did that in the Super Bowl. Like when it gets real, he pulls out the glasses.
And can he shut his mouth before he say something like? I'm like, why is his mouth wide open all the time? They ain't talking about none of that. All we talking about is Richard Sherman acting blah blah blah. I'm like, y'all are.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you guys.
It's a big deal because of who was holding the microphone.
Who's the one?
Hey man, but what's up with them games? But let's talk about them games, man. I mean,
yes, please, the games themselves.
I mean, the Seattle, the San Francisco game, it was exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Come down to Kaepernick. The game was great. The game was great.
The game was great.
But I told people, I said, and let's go ahead and get this debate out of the way because y'all was making me mad about Crabtree not catching that ball. He said, James, we was fussing on the text.
This is a joke, right?
About Crabtree.
This is
Crabtree not catching that ball.
That's
Oh
like the
yeah,
second
whipping
year
on
in
the
a row.
pass, coming across the middle.
Get
And I
tough,
told,
man.
I was
Get
basically
tough.
like, okay, I feel you, I understand, and I'm not mad at y'all, but let's be real about that. Kaepernick would have laid that man out, and y'all talking about this for the Super Bowl. He wouldn't have saw the Super Bowl 2 weeks from now if he would have went for that one pass.
Hey, not everybody's Percy Harvin.
Isn't
He
Crabtree
would have
the
been
same one
Percy,
he
man.
threw that last year?
What are you talking about?
Yes, in the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Same
Crabtree's the
going
one-
directions.
That's
his
boy.
Corner
That's his
ends
man.
up.
But
That's his
the
man.
thing about it is, we know Crabtree is good, but Crabtree is not elite in that
No.
sense. But
No.
those passes, man, Kaepernick's got to throw a better ball too.
Yeah.
He's got to mature.
Nobody's
He's got to
arguing.
throw a better ball. Everything
Nobody's
is on the
arguing his
line.
touch.
Well, but-
you know what?
He has no touch.
But you
He has
can't
no touch
argue
right
when
now.
but you can't
Yeah,
argue when
Jay,
he
right.
when he but you can't argue when he makes arguably the best pass, one of the best passes we've ever seen in our lives. This man jumps in the air and throws a bullet right over
How
the
did
top
he?
of Earl
I mean,
Thomas.
skip.
Still don't know how he did that.
I don't understand
Beautiful.
how he did that, and then you turn
Still
around
don't
and
know how
like,
he
yep.
did that.
But wait a
Because
minute,
when he
but
let
hold
that
on,
go,
hold on,
I
let me
was
ask you
like,
this.
that's going to be an interception. Oh my God, that's a touchdown. How did he do
I
that?
didn't
Like,
know
Who caught it?
I didn't know he
Who
had
caught it?
jumped.
of course,
Who
it was
caught it?
Anquan Bolden because, like I said,
Thank you.
like I
Hold on,
posted,
hold on.
Anquan Bolden
Lonice.
making QBs, MVPs from coast to coast. That dude is a beast.
Now here's the funny
That
thing
dude is a
to me.
beast.
To
He
me,
said
that's
from coast to coast.
Coast to coast. That dude
Making
is
QBs.
MVP.
Baltimore to San Fran.
Coast to
Catching
coast.
all balls. That's a grown. See, that's somebody that wants the ball. Crabtree said, let me see if this is going to extend my career.
But see, you know what? That's the
there
funny
you
part
go.
to me. That's the
There
funniest
you
part
go.
about the Sherman dialogue.
Right.
Game on the line, and I'm obviously, like I said, Crabtree. That's Kaepernick's boy. He gonna throw to him when the chips are down. That's still funny. At the
And I'm
top.
not sure why, because
I'm the
Anquan Bolden's the
number
one
one-
that bails him out. Because
I'm the right, exactly. I'm the number one top cornerback in the league. This guy's garbage. I'm on him. Y'all throw to him, and I'm thinking that's pretty funny because
Yeah.
I'd have had you on Bolden.
right.
And but let's put it in football terms. I'm sorry, maybe
That's a
I'm
good
nerd.
point.
Maybe
No,
maybe
you're
I'm a
right,
nerd. Maybe I'm a nerd about football. Maybe I look at too much stuff. It's 1st and 10 with 22 seconds on the clock, 2 timeouts, and you're at the
Ooh.
20-something yard
Yeah.
line. Why are you
Yeah.
throwing that ball at Richard Sherman? You don't even have to do that yet.
Great point.
Yeah.
Great,
You don't
even
have
better.
to do that yet.
Yeah.
Because
But you don't
Frank
You
Gore,
don't
who
even
hadn't
have
done
to
much of
take the
anything,
chance.
because Frank Gore, who hadn't done much of anything, was wide the heck open to his left.
But that's what I'm saying. That's
Why
the
the heck
maturity,
open?
but that's the maturity level of a quarterback. You don't have to make that throw, and if you're going to make the throw, you throw it to the back pylon. You do not throw it inside to the
Right.
best secondary in football.
Right.
The
I
hell with
agree.
Richard Sherman. In
Mhm.
general, the best
Mhm.
secondary in football.
Right.
No, let's remember something here, people. He's only in his second year.
Third.
Third
No,
year.
he's only in his second
year.
year of playing.
His second
Second
year
year
playing.
starting.
And technically his first full year starting.
You wanted the job. You
That's
got
what
it.
I'm saying. But that's
What?
what I'm
Wanted the
saying.
job,
Come on,
you
Pete.
got it.
But
But
that's
you
what I'm
know
saying.
No, it takes time for
He's
QBs
got
to
it.
mature.
Wanted
Did
the
you see him in
job,
the press
learned.
conference? Did you see him in the press conference?
He said he got to throw a better ball.
No,
He
no, no,
owned
no,
that, though. He
no,
owned
no,
that.
no,
He
no,
was
no,
like-
no, no,
What
no,
you
no,
saying,
no,
D?
no,
What you
no.
saying?
His body language. His
Mhm.
body language was that of an immature
Yep.
athlete.
But no, Deon, you make a good point. I was telling somebody that too. I was like, he looked like he's like mad at the world. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
He looked
Yeah,
like,
Richard
you know, he
Sherman
looked
was
like
mad
Cam
won. Why
Newton.
can't this guy be mad for losing?
He looked
no,
like,
I said,
he
I don't
looked like Cam Newton a year ago.
And like I
Yes,
said, and
yes,
that's
very,
what I'm
yes.
He
It
looked like
is.
Cam Newton a year
And
ago. But
I-
the difference between him and Cam Newton is that he owned it. He was like, it was my fault. I cost this game
Prev.
3 touchdowns. Cam Newton was trying to figure out who else did it. Cam Newton was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know what happened. There was
Prev,
something
you
else
dog.
going on. I
Prev, you
don't know what
stupid.
happened.
Yes, I am.
Kaepernick was like, yo, that was my bad. It's all on me.
But
I-
and
gotta
like I
throw a better
said,
ball.
but your point to him being his third year, I give you that he's got to get better. But at the same time, just like anything else, you out here kissing the bicep. You out here mocking people's touchdown dances, which I understand is part of the process. You out here, you got the commercial. You out here saying you ain't gonna do all this stuff. You gotta throw a better football. I don't care.
I agree. I agree with Pete.
You gotta throw a better ball.
You do.
I
No,
agree
he
with
does.
Pete. I'm
Yeah.
not mad at Pete.
As much
I agree
as
with
much
Pete.
as the Colts defense was terrible that day, Andrew Luck knows he's got to play better. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, just like Tom Brady got to play better. I think
Tom Brady was not sharp this weekend.
No,
he was not sharp.
He was not.
No, he was horrible.
That's all. I blame Colin Kaepernick, and I actually blame Harbaugh because Harbaugh played quarterback. He know he need to work with Colin Kaepernick to get more touch on his pass.
Yeah,
It looked like he throw as hard as he can every time he throw a pass.
Right.
Like you can't be Brett Favre and try to throw through people. You gotta, that pass. Sherman made a great play.
You better be throwing
it
the
wasn't
ball.
a horrible throw, but he needed a better throw.
But to your point, Jason, let's make the comparison. As much as people want to talk about Peyton Manning's balls fluttering at times, did you see some of them passes he was throwing? They were fluttering right to people's hands.
Exactly.
They was fluttering right to the hands.
They were on, because Red Bull gives you wings.
He threw one ball. I put my hand up like, oh my God. Oh, he caught it. First down.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Let's talk about the real catastrophe of the San Francisco 49ers. Vernon, no-show, Davis. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to put it out there.
I disagree.
Every time he goes to Seattle, he doesn't show up.
He had 2 catches.
Every time Vernon Davis goes to Seattle, he doesn't show up.
Man, okay, I'm gonna let you listen.
I'm asking what I'm
gonna let you say what you have to say, but then I'm gonna have to.
But I like Vernon Davis, but when he goes to Seattle,
but in all fairness, nobody has balled out on Seattle the whole season.
That dude turns up.
Is that my fault?
Hold on, Jay. I'm gonna get to it.
Number one, Seattle hasn't had great teams this year that they had to play against, but they played who was on their schedule, who they put before them, so I'm not going to take that from them. Mm-hmm. But here's what I know, regardless of who they play, when they hit you, they hit you. You know all about it. And I don't know why it is that with Vernon Davis, he goes into the witness protection program.
Listen. Okay, that's all right. See, now I done had enough. I had enough. Okay, I've heard enough. All right, you lamb-basted my boy enough. Look, Vernon Davis. People say he's soft in the league. Well, whatever. He's one of the best tight ends in the league. There are not many of them in this NFL today. He is one of the best in the league right now. Let me tell you something. Seattle went out there and game planned their behinds off, and I don't care what anyone says. The way the San Fran's been playing all year, they've been able to utilize every part of their offense, every guy on that offense. What gets me all riled up and ready to go is when people say, and I heard it on ESPN, Vernon Davis was a no-show. He didn't show up. Well, how can he show up if I game plan you? If I take him out the game? When they say that Bill Belichick does it, they don't say anything else. Like, when Belichick, they talk about how Belichick loves to take one part of your offense away from you. But no one says, so-and-so didn't show up. That's because Belichick he took him away. That's what Seattle did.
It's the same.
I can't disagree with that.
I agree with that. I can agree with that. But it's also the same as when Wes Welker hit Akeem Talib and he want to cry about it.
Man,
he done got called. They done made up rules. They done made up rules for his quarterback.
Wait a minute.
They done made up rules for his quarterback. Dude, to complain about one hit on Akeem Talib like that. He act like that hit took out all 11 guys of his defense.
But come on now. Okay,
come on now.
Okay,
you want to talk about grown man? You threw out Jamie Collins. Where was Jamie Collins last year? He was a superstar. Now he's gone.
Wait a minute, Jay.
Don't get mad. Don't get mad when things don't go your way. Wes Welker is discovered the earth, but when he was playing for you, he was balling out. And then
when he ran that same semi-legal run for you.
Thank you.
Okay, but it wasn't a dirty hit.
Grapes, Tom Brady. I'm not going to the Super Bowl. I don't feel like watching it.
Right. Wait, I'm not going to the Super Bowl again. And like I said, okay, Belichick, stop whining. It wasn't an illegal hit. It wasn't illegal. He didn't do it on purpose. Sir, you are now on the couch past the chips. And shut up.
Right.
Jason, the reason why Tom Brady isn't watching the Super Bowl isn't because he's sour or doesn't want to.
Because he's going to Brazil?
Giselle
Going to
won't
Brazil?
let him. Giselle's not gonna let him watch
Giselle's
the
just
Super
not
Bowl.
gonna let him do it.
She's not gonna let him watch it.
Listen, that's funny. I just want to know. That Patriot game. I just want to know. I was gonna say it a certain way, but I'm not gonna say it that way.
You can.
I can say it that way.
Ooh.
Can
I
someone?
I just saw something horrible.
If someone was gonna pass the blunt. That's all I wanted to know.
I knew he was gonna say it. I knew he was gonna say it.
Just give the blunt up.
Give it a LeGarrette Blunt.
Belichick passed the blunt. He passed him to the bench.
Yeah,
Sit down on the bench.
Where was Blunt? He just balled out for you a week ago.
It's hard though when your defense, depending on that one person that got taken out by a guy that's 5'8", you know,
Due to
it's
that
hard
illegal
when
hit.
your defense all of a sudden gives up you down 3 scores. It ain't but so much you can do in the third quarter at that point.
That
man.
has nothing to do with giving them the blunt. You gotta pass it to the blunt. Pass the blunt.
Don't pass the blunt.
Or-
Don't pass the blunt to
hold
the
on,
bench.
D.
because
You the
they're
same
gonna
person.
come off the bench.
Gee, you the same person last week that said, "Why are we letting LeGarrette Blunt run me over?"
You're right.
Right.
You're
So,
right.
Because he's
so the
one
Broncos,
sandwich away
so the
from
Broncos
eating
watched the
something
Double
like
S Project, episode 19, and they said Deon's right. Why are we gonna let LeGarette Blunt?
Because he is one sandwich away from eating his way out the league. That's exactly what
They
he
was
is.
like, wait a minute, Big D is right. Hey,
Lonice, you got it.
Pot roast. Hey, pot roast. We not letting this run.
They saw you, Deon. They did.
Okay,
All-
this
all
all
I
I'm
know
saying. If
is-
you look at him back at Oregon and look at him now, he's
a big boy.
Game.
a big boy. He's a big.
But if it was boxing,
From
you know,
Oregon,
they
from
would've won,
Tampa
though.
Bay.
If it
He's
was
been
boxing,
for lunch.
if it
Tampa
was
Bay.
boxing, they threw LeGarrette Blunt out there in this boxing, guarantee they win.
Pot roast versus
Heavyweight
butterbean.
championship, you say?
Pot roast, baby.
You don't
That big-
roll
that
up,
big-
don't roll
that
up on
big
LeGarrette
dude.
Blunt. You see
Well,
what he do?
pot
Cat.
roast, that big boy can
One hit a
move, boy.
quitter. One hit a
Pot
quitter.
roast.
And
Yeah.
he got resurrected from Jacksonville. Remember, he was with Jacksonville. He got cut, and Jack Del Rio was like, shoot, put him over
Yep.
there. And all of a sudden, he's resurrection.
Well,
Out there
Pete,
balling
well,
out.
Pete,
Resurrection.
that's all I'm saying, though, Pete. Denver Broncos defense is not Seattle Seahawks defense.
No,
Frank Gore couldn't even. I mean, he put his foot across the line of scrimmage. It was almost broken off.
Yeah, well,
Did you say across the line of scrimmage? It didn't even
Did he cross the line of scrimmage? Because he did not. Hunter had a better game than
Can
Gore
we-
did.
in the words of Prev, thoughts and prayers go out to Navarro Bowman. Grown a man, stripped the ball, tore his knee up, held the ball on the ground, and they
still
didn't
get
give him the ball. Are you kidding
Yeah,
me?
he a bad
if it
boy.
was-
I
and if
know
it
if it
wasn't
was
for
me-
karma, if it wasn't for karma on the fumble the next play, NFL would have been. You talk about Richard Sherman being the talk of the week.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you right now, if my knee bent like that, that ball's in the air.
Okay? What? It is
Lord
a
Jesus.
hot
Lord, help
potato.
me, help me, help me, help me, oh, help me.
What
Somebody
I am doing,
help me.
I am screaming.
Jason,
And I am
Lord.
throwing the ball.
Help me,
Y'all
Lord.
can have this.
I'm done.
There's going to be
I'm
screaming,
done.
there's going to be bad words said, but here's what they won't say.
Jason.
You held on to the ball.
I'd have been
Absolutely
one of
not.
my,
That's not
I'd have been, my arms would have been like this. I'd have been,
I'm telling you, dude.
First of
That's
all,
another fumble. That's
I've been
another
beating on
fumble.
people talk about, get off me, get off me.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Hold on.
I'm telling you.
And how many of y'all, after the third time seeing that, had to walk away
Third.
for a
What about the
second?
second time?
But I
I was like,
I couldn't watch it anymore.
Jay, I had to stand up and I had to walk away.
I kept watching it like
And-
a train
and
wreck. I told my wife, I said, look at this. She said, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Jason,
Jason.
we're going to put you in timeout if you keep up this behavior.
I knew it.
Dang, how you gonna mute Lonice? That's terrible.
They had a double muting.
She muted me.
This is a
That's
double knockout
funny.
like Rocky and
Double
Apollo. What we doing here?
Gosh, dude. So
real quick, man. Get off on a tangent, man. So, what you think Lolo Jones gonna do in the Olympics?
Yo, I'm looking forward to that. I really am. And I said it in
I'll
all
leave
seriousness.
Lolo alone.
I said it in all seriousness. I'm looking forward to that.
Speaking of Richard Sherman, I'm sorry.
I'm serious.
The
Sherman's Mansion, man?
No, female Richard Sherman.
Oh God! Oh God! Did he just say that?
I forgot where I was.
Thoughts and prayers.
Lord.
Thoughts and prayers go to Lolo Jones' virginity.
I'm done. Jeez.
Thoughts and prayers go to Lolo Jones' virginity.
I'm so sorry, folks. Hey, listen, people, I'm sorry.
That was great.
Hey, I'm out there watching this. I apologize.
I was
That's
trying to
so
make the
unprofessional.
point.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Kind of like the female Richard Sherman because she talks trash and talks junk to get marketing value. That's what I was trying to get to.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's what I was doing. How all last year she talked about people talking about her and she got all these interviews and all that. But
Pete,
Deon,
she's nuts. She's
Yes.
nuts.
Yes.
She is.
I said it, I said it on the Facebook groups. I was like, well, we know this much. She qualified for the team. Her and her partner qualified. If nothing else, what she can take away coming from this Olympics is a guarantee that nobody with blue weave is going to be talking junk about her after the Olympics. We can say that much.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, how come when Serena loses they never talk to the winner?
Ooh.
In the
That's
press,
a great
like we
question.
never see the
That's
press
true,
conference
they
of the winner.
don't.
I feel like-
Yo, why is Jason still on mute?
Lord, y'all let the boy on mute, man. He's been on mute.
Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right. So terrible.
Lost in translation.
Oh God, my stomach hurts.
I lost signal and I came back. They said, oh, I'm muted. What the heck going on? Tebow must have heard me. Tebow heard me.